Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. I'm Sam Adavi coming to you this week from the 6th annual Cars, Cigars, Guitars, Under the Stars Car Show. Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. This is gonna be one awesome car.
And I said, it doesn't even run yet. And look at it now, it's amazing.
Small towns are different than big towns.
Yeah.
So I've been to a lot of big cities. The environment's different. You go to small towns, you're up here in the West, and you got the cowboys living up here, and they're working. I have to tell you, our chapter in Cheyenne, over the last 5 years, has raised close to $500,000 to give away for charities, scholarships. They do tournaments. They do all kinds of stuff, and it's all fundraising, and it's underwritten by great small organizations in these chapters across the country.
I am here with Tony and his beautiful 1961 Ford F100, and this thing is done so nice. I love the color combination. The engine bay with the black and the white fenders just nicely overlaid. You did a very nice job on this truck.
Signature Customs here in Cheyenne. They did all the design work and they did all the paint.
Did Ford ever come close to a two-tone like this also?
Yeah, yeah.
But you made it your own two-tone. Very nice.
Yeah, the combination was a little different from mine.
Yeah.
Mine was the top was the dark and the bottom was the white, which is the difference.
Yeah, there you go. That's nice.
Yeah.
And you've been taking it to car shows. Do you trailer
yeah.
it or do you drive it?
I drive it.
Really?
It was the winner.
Yeah, I saw that.
Good Guys last year.
Oh,
so
wow, that's impressive to win the Good Guys show.
yeah,
That is
it's
nice.
like a 5.0 out of a 1987 Thunderbird.
Oh, Thunderbird.
And it's got a 3-speed with overdrive transmission. In the back, it's got 350 gears, which is good for a standard transmission, but
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll cruise it so I don't tear it up too much.
So it is, but it's automatic right now.
Automatic. One of these models that were only made for 3 years. After the 3rd year, they discontinued the unibody.
So
Yes.
is it time for another project?
Actually, I'm trying to downsize because I have one too many.
Oh, really?
So one of them has to sit outside every once in a while. And
Oh. We're here at the Cars, Cigars, Guitars Car Show, and the man behind it all, Tim Joannidis. I'm also here with Marshall Mansell. He's part of the Ep11 as well. We're going to first talk about this beautiful Eldorado behind us in 1968. Very rare. Tell me why it's rare.
There was like only 200 or 300 that actually had the bucket seats, right? And there was less than 100 that had the leather bucket seats.
Wow.
All right.
I would think
So-
that being a Cadillac, they would have all been leather on the
Well,
inside.
you think so. The second thing is, it's got those quarter windows in the back. Now, when you ordered power windows, you know, the front windows were power, right? But those quarter windows in the back were crank. And it was a $75 option in 1968 to get the electric
That's a lot of
quarter
money
windows.
back then.
Well, it was. And these grumpy old grandpas are saying, well, heck, the grandkids are going to be in the back. I ain't going to spend $75 to have them be playing with those power windows, right?
Yep, yep.
And they slide into the top. They slide this way.
Wow.
It's really neat. So it's got the factory power windows in the rear quarters.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. That's not the original paint. That's the color it was born with.
But your guy painted it, and he did such a phenomenal job. You think it's literally factory because of the trim, the reassembly of the car.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
That is really crazy. Beautiful.
We had
The original boat. you
Yeah,
know?
man, I'm telling you.
Well,
This is a
they're all
beautiful
pretty big.
Eldorado. Here at the Cars, Cigars, Guitars Car Show, Cheyenne Motorsports is giving away a 6-seater side-by-side worth $17,000 to one lucky raffle winner. We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show, brought to you by Car Capsule.
When you guys are working on your projects or working on your hot rods, muscle cars, race cars, 4x4 Jeeps in the shop, and you need a solution for your project, jump on our website at lokar.com. We've got all the information you need for each of the different products we carry, whether it's steering wheels, shifters, throttle cables and bracketry for the control cables, wire cable management, interior accessories, engine accessories, LS Classic, all of our different brands. We have all sorts of resources available for you on the website. You can contact us for tech support, but we've already got the instructions on there for you as well if you know what you're looking for. If you don't have any of the products yet, browse through the shop, check out what you need, narrow it down to what you want, buy it, check it out, and we'll send it to you. Everything's manufactured right here in the USA. All of our tech support's right here in the USA, and everything's designed, engineered, manufactured, and assembled and packaged all here.
I'm here with Macau and his grandmother here at the Cars, Cigars, Guitars Car Show. It's all about the youth. We got him here checking out all the cars. He's only 15 years old. Hopefully he'll be coming out of here a gearhead. Welcome back to more of the Cars, Cigars, Guitars Car Show, brought to you by Car Capsule. I am here with Antoinette, and she is the Grand President of the Daughters of Penelope. And I'd like for you to tell everybody what that is.
So the Daughters of Penelope is a Greek women's international organization, which are education, philanthropy, community service, and individual and family excellence.
That is very cool, just like what we're seeing here, you know, giving back to the community.
Yes, this year we have a unique one here in the United States. It's called Water by Women, and they also are an international organization where they supply water filters to provide clean drinking water for, you know, families all around the world. But more importantly, when Hurricane Helene hit in the South last year, they were there on the ground helping people have fresh drinking water.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
What you guys do is absolutely awesome. And behind us, we have a Mustang that belongs to one of the daughters that's locally owned.
Yes, so this is Michelle Hall's Mustang. She is a member of the Animo number 466 Daughters Chapter.
Thank you. It's a beautiful car. Thank you for explaining it to us and telling us your story.
Thank you.
That is awesome. From a distance, I noticed Rich's truck's color. Midnight blue, very nice. It actually glimmers and glows.
So this truck has a pretty interesting story. Originated from Montana, and I grew up in Montana. This truck was our neighbor when I grew up. I remember the day he bought it in 1970. I hunted in this truck. I went on drives in this truck. When I was a little kid, I used to just sit in the driver's seat and just play with it like I wanted to drive it all the time. I moved away from Montana to Wyoming. All through high school, he always told me, when I pass away, this truck is yours. And so in 2000, his estate called me and said, you need to come and get the truck. So I went up there and brought it down here, and here it is today.
That is so cool. It is all original except for a few things that you had to do over wear and tear from time.
Right. So when I got the truck, the seat was obviously torn and faded. So I put a new seat in it. I had to replace the bed. The oak bed was pretty shot. And then I just ran the box to kind of hide the dents and everything that was.
I noticed a spare tire because I've been around a lot of these C10s and I've never seen one with the spare tire and the fender relief to carry the spare tire. So you say that's OEM?
This is the way the truck was bought. And so I didn't realize that was an option. I thought that's how they came.
I did not know that either. I've never seen it. That's the first one I've seen. It's very cool,
Pretty cool, isn't it?
You know, if it wasn't for the sponsors, none of these car shows really would exist. They are a big part of all car shows across this country. I want to say thank you to Wyoming Security for being part of the Cars, Cigars, Guitars car shows. We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show brought to you by Car Capsule. Display outside in the parking lot, you got an old school Bugs. These things have been famous since they've been born. A square body, old school Suburban slammed out on the ground. I can't tell you guys how much work it takes to do this to your vehicle. Welcome back to more of the Lokar Show, brought to you by Car Capsule. I'm here with Dave and his 1983 Zimmer Golden Spirit. This is a cool car. I remember these cars in the 80s. I remember them in the 90s. And it's like a mixture of cars, right? It's one custom car. Tell me about it.
Well, it's originally a 1983 Mustang. Zimmer Corporation bought them, took them down to Florida, built them out as they are, and then it was sold as in Pasadena, California, to Rolls-Royce dealership in 1983. So the original business card and all that in there. Neat story.
What was their idea behind the front end looking the way it does? It's similar to a Rolls-Royce or an old school.
Yeah, I think vintage 20s, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
1920s.
And then the back is totally cool because you've got the Cadillac style rear vinyl, half vinyl, and then you've got like a Chrysler New Yorker. All right, and then you got the whole rear is like a big fat suitcase.
Well, I put 3,000 miles on it.
The wife was telling me how the high school kids love it.
Yeah.
You take them out to parades and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have a good time. We really do. Yeah, a couple parades. Yeah. And then I like Wyoming. Haven't crossed the state line yet.
Really?
But we've put a lot of miles on it. And you get around. It's fun.
Absolutely.
Weekend
fun.
driver.
So if you have to do anything to it, or did you buy it in this condition?
Basically in this condition. Had some things fixed up, new carburetor and that
So
kind
what
of thing.
engine's in it? Is it a 5-liter Ford?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll have to open the hood. I want to see under there because outside it just looks so cool and custom.
Yeah.
It's so aerodynamic. You know what I mean? Nick is one of the people that is responsible for Cars, Cigars, Guitars. He's also Cheyenne Motorsports, who's giving away the side-by-side that's worth $17,000 in the raffle. But what he has right here, if you guys know me, you know I'm an import guy, you know I love Hondas. This is the most special Honda in the States today. And you import guys, you need to listen to this, okay?
This car was bought by my sister. It was owned from that time forward, and then her life changed, and so she needed something bigger. So my mom and dad, who had CRXs back in the day, they had an 87 JDM, they had a 90, and they'd sold those, and dad was like, well, I'm taking that.
And this is in England.
Yeah, this is in England, as you can see. And for those of you who don't know, that's how you tell it's an 89. The first letter on cars from 84 through
Is the
the
alphabetical.
90s was the alphabet. So G is 89, H should be 90, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Mum and dad got to stage, they weren't driving anymore. They're moving from the house within 50 years, and father's going, I'm gonna sell the CRX, and I'm going,
No, you're not.
there you are, me.
Yes, yes.
And so I imported in December. The cool part of it is this car hadn't run for 7 years. I got it checked out by a local shop that my father had used for years.
I am here with Dean and his 2009 Jeep Wrangler that's been built by him. And there's a lot of parts on this Jeep, but there's a lot of parts you won't see on any other Jeep.
My 2009 JKU that I built in 8 weekends in my own garage. A Dana 60 front and a Sterling 10.5 rear out of a 2005 Super Duty. 488 gears, welded front and rear. Obviously it has the Rubicon 4-to-1 transfer case in it. Did the suspension work myself. I'm getting ready to upgrade the back to a long arm because it doesn't articulate worth beans on the short arm. It took me a while to compile all the parts, and they were all in the garage on the shelf, And then after 8 weeks, my wife came out, where's all the stuff? I'm like, it's on the Jeep now.
Good job, good job. Now the front suspension, you were talking to me about that being an F250 front arm. Tell us about that.
So that's just a BDS lift arm. It basically duplicates the Ford suspension. My last Jeep had a Y-Link, and this is basically the same thing. So your articulation is just in the rear components that attach to the frame. So I got that pair of axles for $800 shipped to my door.
That's crazy.
So
That is very
pulled it out,
inexpensive.
re-geared it, welded it up so it's
When you say welded it
spooled.
up, you just made your own spool like I did with
Lincoln
the drag
locker.
car. Yep, Lincoln locker.
Old day technology.
That's when you take a Lincoln welder and you lock up your rig and pinion together.
Yeah, my last Jeep, my 91, I had for 15 years, and I wheeled it hard on welded front and rear for 12 years.
3 generations here. This is Tim's newest grandson, who's here in Cheyenne, which it sounds like you're going to be the most spoiled grandson, aren't
Yes,
you?
he is, absolutely.
What's his name, Tim?
Coulter.
Culture. That is awesome. All right, so here we got the human slots. Check these 3 out. Go ahead. And if you get a match, you get a prize from the prize table. Welcome back to more from Cars, Cigars, Guitars, brought to you by Car Capsule. Man, how fun. Here with Barry, and he is one of the sponsors here at Cars, Cigars, Guitars. Not only is he a sponsor, but he's also a participant. He did bring a very nice Mustang.
It's a 2024 Mustang Dark Horse, latest and greatest generation Mustang. It's got the Gen 4 Coyote with the dual throttle bodies, and it's advertised at 500 horsepower. It's a ton of fun.
I bet it is. Now
Yes.
tell us about the track attack.
The track attack, when you buy a Dark Horse, Ford invites you out to Charlotte, and you get to go on the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and they teach you how to drive aggressively, yeah, and they basically just teach you what your car can do, what it's capable of. And
were you able to drift it out there?
We were, yeah. It has a drift brake, an electric drift brake on it. And
electric drift brake?
Electric, yes. It's just on the regular e-brake handle, but you set it into the mode and you can use it as a drift brake. It's a factory option. And
that's one thing these techie kids have introduced to our world, is a little bit of that technology in the cars, you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's fun. I had a couple times where I hit it perfect, and I had a couple other times where I just spun it right out.
That's very cool. It sounds like a lot of fun.
It really is. They do well. It's a good time.
I am here with Dominic Bravo. He is the main sponsor of the Cars, Cigars, Guitars this year. I want to say thank you. We did 2 hours of radio together this morning, talking about gearheads and our whole industry. We all have light things to talk about and stories. And that passion for the car is what makes us the type of people that keeps giving back to the community.
Well, I'm in charge of our visitor bureau, which is Laramie County's tourism and visitor bureau. So we try to obviously entice people to visit us, but our biggest thing is if we make it a great place to live. So for our residents, then of course you want to come visit. So that's kind of starts with that first visit of that economic development. So that's what we do. So we do a lot of marketing and promotion, but we also fund events like this one. So we sponsor events. We do put on our own events like our Helen Wheels Rodeo. And then of course we're home to Cheyenne Frontier Days, where this event is happening, the world's largest outdoor rodeo.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Yeah. And I've been coming here now 6 years. This is the 6th annual event for Cars, Cigars, and Guitars. And I have seen the people, and I've seen the community grow. I've seen the changes in just the last 6 years. So I got to say, you're doing an awesome job.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
So thank you very much for being the promoter this year, for sponsoring this event. We're raising money for charity, local charities that we're giving here locally, and it's different charities every year. They've raised a lot of money over the last 6 years, and I think we're going to be close to $400,000 next year. So that's really impressive.
Well, that's what they're saying, and the great thing is you get to come to a great event with all the beautiful, amazing vehicles here and enjoy a fun time. And yet we're raising money for nonprofits, so it's fantastic.
I can't wait to see the future. Marshall, tell me about you and HEPA, your role and his role to the world, really.
Right, so we're a world organization, but we came over to America in 1922. Mm-hmm. So the Greeks wanted to assimilate and become Americans. So American Hellenic Educational Progressive Association.
Got it.
So all the chapters are grassroots. They're all across America and the world now. We're in London, we're in Greece, we're in Germany. So the mission basically for the organization is to help in the community. And the E in the middle stands for education. So we give a lot of money for scholarships for kids to go to school. Because education was always important.
Very important.
Even more so now for education. So we do a lot of great things. We do a lot of relief for disasters, fires, floods. We were just down in Kerrville, Texas after the flood, and we helped this restaurant, gave them a bunch of money to feed all the first responders. And
wow.
We kind of loaded up their restaurant full of supplies for people who lost everything.
Now,
Toiletries and stuff like that.
Does the education also include trades as well?
Yes, so trade school is important. Any further education, and we even have a pilots program for young women, Maids of Athena, which is part of our family. They can get ground school paid for through this scholarship. So not only colleges, universities, but trade schools, hairdresser, welders. We have one guy, his son wanted to be a welder.
Cars, Cigars, Guitars never disappoints. I want to thank Tim Joannidis and Nick and Ep11 for throwing this 6th annual car show, giving over $300,000 to the communities in the last 6 years. 4 charities every year, and they're local charities. We got Habitat for Humanity. All these vendors are here. Your entry fee gets you free food and free drinks. This is a big fat party. We've even got music. They got cigars. People come here and mingle and tell their stories. You guys got to check this out. If you're in the area next August, please come to Cars, Cigars, Guitars. For me, that's a wrap.